Okay, let's untack this. Welcome to the deep dive. So you asked us to plunge into, well, a really timely source, the Wall Street Journal's live coverage. It's called Stock Market Today, and this is from June 24, 2025. Our mission today really is to get a handle on what a daily financial snapshot like this, from a top source like the WSJ actually offers, and crucially, how it helps you, our listener, stay incredibly well informed, sort of get the pulse of the market without, drowning in all the detail.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here, I think, is how these daily snapshots can give you that real-time aha moment, for understanding the financial world.
Aha moment. I like that.
Exactly. So like on June 24th, 2025, the WSJ's Stock Market Today,
Hmm.
it wasn't just saying, oh, the market's slightly down.
Right.
It specifically flagged an unusual volume spike in renewable energy stocks.
Hmm.
And this was despite the broader dip.
Hmm.
It's not just data reporting. It's like a subtle hint, maybe, about where the smart money might be flowing. It gives you a really crucial lens into the day's underlying economic story.
That is a powerful distinction because, we're just saturated with information constantly.
Totally.
So knowing where to look for that quick, reliable pulse check on the economy, it feels like a superpower sometimes. I'm always curious, though, about how these reports help us connect the dots. Like, you see a percentage change, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what are some of the less obvious things driving that? The things a good daily report, like this WSJ one, might actually point to.
Well, it really comes down to context and translation, I'd say. These live reports, they distill incredibly complex data. They take something that, might involve deep yield curve analysis.
Right, stuff most people wouldn't track daily.
Exactly. And instead, the report might just say something like, bond markets are signaling investor caution, or pushing treasury yields higher as a flight to safety.
Okay, much clearer.
It translates the super technical into something clear, something you can sort of act on mentally. So when that June 24th report mentioned the Dow's movement, it wasn't just a number. It stood for the collective action of, 30 major U.S. industrial companies.
Okay.
And the S&P 500, that gives you a wider view, 500 large U.S. companies. And then the NASDAQ, heavily weighted towards tech. That might tell a whole different story about investor appetite for innovation, maybe, on that specific day.
So understanding those differences is key.
Absolutely. It helps you interpret the market's mood, not just its metrics.
And it's important to stress, this isn't just for people actively trading stocks, right?
Oh, definitely not.
What often gets overlooked, I think, is how this market pulse, the one captured in these reports, has ripple effects. They touch everyone.
How so?
Well, think about retirement funds or even just the stability of job markets. I remember once trying to make sense of a market dip. It just felt like chaos, pure noise. Yeah. And it was only after reading a concise daily update, kind of like this WSJ one, that I connected it to something seemingly unrelated, a global supply chain issue.
Oh.
Okay.
The connection became clear.
Exactly. It just underscored how interconnected everything really is. These daily summaries, they let you intelligently engage with news about, say, inflation.
Which is basically how fast prices are rising.
Right. Or interest rates, the cost of borrowing money, or even the latest earnings reports from big companies telling us how profitable they've been.
And, your story there perfectly illustrates the value of the real-time aspect.
Good point.
Live coverage means you're getting information as it's actually happening, which is pretty crucial in fast-moving markets. Like on June 24th, if some major economic data dropped midday,
Yeah.
the WSJ live coverage would immediately fold that in, explaining its likely impact. It's not just a recap of yesterday. It's an active commentary on today.
Right. It's dynamic.
Exactly. That immediacy helps you grasp how financial systems work, how events, sometimes totally unforeseen ones, can quickly shift fortunes and perceptions. It kind of fosters critical thinking, too, helping you tell the difference between, say, short-term market jitters and, genuine emerging trends.
So wrapping this up then, what does this all mean for you, the listener? I think engaging with concise daily financial reporting from sources like the Wall Street Journal, it's just an invaluable shortcut. It helps you grasp these complex market dynamics without feeling, overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's about building that financial literacy sort of brick by brick, one insightful update at a time. It's knowledge that really empowers you.
And maybe this raises an important question to think about. How does actively tracking, even these brief daily market updates, really empower your understanding of the bigger economic picture? How does it shape your perspective on the world around you? Because it's not just about stocks, right? It's about seeing the threads that connect global events, company performance, and maybe even your own daily life.
Hmm.
It ultimately makes you a more informed participant in the world, just something to mull over.